Labour! I didn't hear that. Labour! Yes, sir. Good night, Labourites. Labourites! Yes, we are here in full force. Bodzie, Zotan, Oswella, your chebe chucky. They catch him, your chebe chucky. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy with what I see here tonight. I am happy to be in Lagon once again. I am happy to be in the seat of the Dominica Labour Party addressing this mammoth, massive crowd at the Labour Party meeting. Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here as we have done many times before. We are gathered here as Labourites to show our support, not only for the Dominica Labour Party, but to save the Commonwealth of Dominica from the likes of Lennox Linton, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here at a critical time. We are at a juncture again in our development. Since 2000, brothers and sisters, we started on a journey to rescue this country from the clutches of the United Workers' Party. We started on a journey to rescue Dominica from the brink of collapse that United Workers' Party and Edison James had brought this fair land to, brothers and sisters. Them guys had mortgaged the country. They kool-aid the treasury, brothers and sisters. They kool-aid social security. Not even public servants' contribution they could make when they left office, brothers and sisters. And that is why Edison James called the election 6 months too early. That was their legacy in office, brothers and sisters. You listening to me? I want to set the stage. I want to show you that the Edison James of 1995 to 2000 is the same as the Lennox Linton coming to seek your support in 2014, 2015, brothers and sisters. You listening to me? Brothers and sisters, when we came to office, Dominica was underwater, brothers and sisters. 130% debt to GDP ratio. We couldn't even pay our bills when we got in office. They sold Dominica, brothers and sisters. Light bill high today is workers that do that. Don't forget that. If light bill high today is Edison James and United Workers' Party that do that. And Edison James is Lennox Linton. Edison James is Lennox Linton, brothers and sisters. When we came to power in 2000, Dominica had no regional and international friends. We were the laughing stock of the region. But look at things today. Look at things today. Look at where we have arrived, brothers and sisters. We are the envy of the sub-region. Every single prime minister, twice Roosevelt Skerrit age, has to be calling Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit for advice on how to run their country. That is the kind of leadership we have. And that is what this election is going to be all about, essentially, you know. Let us break it down. That is what this election is going to be about. This election is going to be about leadership that you can trust, leadership that you can follow, leadership that sets the example, brothers and sisters, in and out of Dominica, leadership that is focused, leadership that is disciplined, and leadership, brothers and sisters, you cannot trust. Men that cannot sit down and come up with their own ideas. Men that have to copy rejected leaders from all over the region. That is what the United Workers' Party is promising to give us, brothers and sisters. We have erased the bad reputation of Dominica between 95 and 2000. We have eradicated the bad reputation of Al-Masari and Christopher Skes. You remember that, brothers and sisters? We moved from the province, from the village of Taiwan, and we established relations with, brothers and sisters, the Republic of China. Brothers and sisters, that is what we did under Roosevelt's spirit. That is leadership, brothers and sisters. That is focused, visionary leadership. And that is what you have now. That is what you have. Brothers and sisters, it was Edison James and the United Workers' Party that was saying, Ching Chong, go home. Do you remember that? Now Xerox Linton must tell us what is his position on China and Taiwan. That is what we want him to come out clearly and tell us. He needs to tell us if he intends to support the pawpaw and pineapple days of Taiwan. Because we need to know who are his friends. We need to know where he can go. Brothers and sisters, before we give him the keys to the treasury, before we even think about making a cross for any United Workers' Party supporters or candidates, they have to tell us emphatically where they stand on every critical issue of development in this country, brothers and sisters. Remember what the United Workers' Party said when we joined ALBA, that we were forming a military alliance to fight the United States. That is the recklessness of United Workers' Party and Lennox Linton. So they have isolated themselves, brothers and sisters, from every single international ally of Dominica. Every single friend that we have in the international community, they have isolated themselves from them. Brothers and sisters, who know Lennox Linton? Who around the world know Lennox Linton? Kimun ki konet Lennox Linton. Brothers and sisters, the man was kicked out of the grammar school for his bad temper. He was fired by Observer Radio in Antigua, and Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt carried that to go and rescue him, brothers and sisters. Remember that. Remember that, for his bad temper. Brothers and sisters, he was fired by the Dominica coconut products for his temper, brothers and sisters. Remember that. The man will always end up in trouble for his bad temper and his mauvais langue. Brothers and sisters, Lennox Linton cannot appreciate right from wrong. That is his problem. He cannot appreciate right from wrong. Listen to his statements. A man of God like Pastor Peter R. Augustine. The Bible teaches us since we small, since we young, touch not the Lord's anointed. And you say you're going to remove the ointment of his anointing. And you're surprised to see the mess he put himself in today, brothers and sisters. You think God does joke? You think God does joke? Don't play with God. You cannot touch the Lord's anointing, brothers and sisters. And when people go down on their knees and put prayers on you, you must end up in the position where you end up today, copying rejected leaders from around the Caribbean. That is what is happening to him today. Hear what he say now, and hear what he say. Tansa, what he say? The words of Chasney that I used wasn't substantial. The words of Chasney wasn't substantial. So, brothers and sisters, if you break into a man's house and you thief his transistor radio and you leave his TV and you leave his SETI, it's not thief, you thief, no, brothers and sisters. C'est pas voler ou voler, no. Dis-moi, brothers and sisters. It was not plenty, it's just a little I take. That is what he was saying. That is what he was saying. What you heard on the screen tonight, brothers and sisters, sounds like a little bit, no? Word for word. Word for word, brothers and sisters. In law, we call that verbatim. He didn't even have the presence of mind to change one or two words. He doesn't have it, brothers and sisters. Is that the kind of leader you want to run the country for the next 5 years? Is that the man you want to put in the financial center, brothers and sisters? Is that the man you want to send to the IMF to negotiate on your behalf, brothers and sisters? Tell me, brothers and sisters, is that the kind of leader Dominica wants right now? Copying and plagiarizing the words of another person. Another man that couldn't even win a safe seat in St. Lucia for his party. A man that in all kind of problems right now. The man mashing up an opposition party in St. Lucia. The leader of the UWP, who was the former prime minister in St. Lucia, Stephenson King, in problem with Alan Chasney today in St. Lucia, brothers and sisters. That is the only friend that Lennox Linton could find in the whole Caribbean, brothers and sisters. Show me your friends, I will tell you what. I can't hear you. Show me your friends, I will tell you. Show me your friends, I will tell you. That is right, brothers and sisters. Alan Chasney is deteriorating politically as we speak. And that is the friend of Lennox Linton in St. Lucia. The UWP in St. Lucia is imploding from within. They're mashing up, they're deteriorating, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, you remember it was workers that criticized Earl Williams. Workers that criticized Earl Williams, a member of their party. They didn't come to his rescue. A man that was with them from the start. A man that mobilized the West Coast from Salisbury to Roseau North to vote for workers to put them in power. What did they do to him, brothers and sisters? They put him out to dry. They put him in problem, brothers and sisters. That is what they did. Now I want to hear them. I want to hear Sikiri. Oh, Sikiri. Sekere. Sekere. Oh, Sikiri. Sikiri is a lawyer. I want to hear what he has to say about the plagiarism of Lennox Linton. The one in the valley. Kinoyako. The one in the valley there. Kinoyako. Mwen oubliye Noily. Charles. What Charles is it them? Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit had warned us, you know. Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit had said, you mean it's the same Ronald Charles? I want to hear what Ronald Charles, a lawyer by profession, have to say about the plagiarism of Lennox Linton. I want to hear him. Come out now. Not a word from the lawyers. Where is Isaac Baptist? Let me hear him. Where is Joseph Isaac? Isaac! Zavwe Isaac! Munrozo Zavwe Isaac! Isaac, let me hear you now. You like to play self-righteous. I want to hear what you have to say. Where is Thompson Fontaine? Where is Thompson Fontaine? What you saying now? Thompson Fontaine was the shadow minister of finance. That is what Lennox Linton told us. That Thompson Fontaine was the shadow minister of finance. But the same shadow minister of finance couldn't even give an introduction when Lennox Linton was making his makakwi at the Carib Theatre. When he was giving his Bebel budget, where was the shadow minister of finance, brothers and sisters? What does Spraggs John, Hector Spraggs John, what you have to say now about the behavior of Lennox Linton? You listen to Hector, who made a shameful mess of himself at the last budget debate, brothers and sisters. The man made a mess of himself. People of Salisbury, you must reject Lennox Linton and Hector Spraggs John at the next polls. Brothers and sisters, and is Lennox Linton that say he want to invite Scary to a debate? You want to invite, you calling to debate Roosevelt Skerrit, brothers and sisters? A man like Skerrit that turned down jobs to lecture at universities. A man like Skerrit that could go and do his PhD right now in any discipline. A man like Skerrit that come up with innovative, exciting, visionary, forward-thinking ideas like the Yes We Care program, brothers and sisters, like the housing revolution, brothers and sisters. Tell me, you want to go and debate Roosevelt Skerrit, for Roosevelt Skerrit to put blows on you in public and make you shame, brothers and sisters? That is what Lennox Linton is asking for. And he will have to go and plagiarize again. But I know the PM would never stoop to that level. When people in the gutter and in the drain taking out maple with you, you have to rise above that, brothers and sisters. You have to hold your head up high. You're not at that level. You're not at that level, brother. Don't bring yourself down to that level. And Roosevelt Skerrit cannot bring himself down to a man that is devoid of independent ideas. A man like Skerrit that traveled the world over advising prime ministers and presidents. Sit down with Fidel Castro. Sit down with the prime minister of China. All over the world, you're coming back and laureate yourself to debate Lennox Linton after we saw what happened on the screen tonight. No way, brothers and sisters. No way. And brothers and sisters, 1 year ago, workers made Lennox Linton their leader. And they could have said which seat he run indecisively. What seat he going to run? Is last month there, they tell us they declare him in Marigot. Because even the Marigot people themselves don't know Lennox Linton. Marigot people, Paconet Munla, brothers and sisters, they don't know the man. Brothers and sisters, that is what this election will be about. To compare the leadership of Roosevelt Skerrit against the dismay, brothers and sisters, against the disappointment of Lennox Linton. And we cannot allow that to happen. Brothers and sisters, but it's Edison James that do that. It's Edison James that do that. It's not Workers' Party. It's Edison James that want to force Lennox Linton on the backs of United Workers' Party and the Dominican people. But that will never happen. He frustrates and he sabotaged Julius Timothy, brothers and sisters. They led Earl Williams to the dogs to stay in control of the party, Edison James and Lennox Linton. But they must know, brothers and sisters, that that is where they will stay. They must never see the corridor of power in this country. Brothers and sisters, and look at that. Take note, not one single man in workers have stood up to defend Lennox Linton. Because they know it's cautioning he doing. Not one of them have stood up to defend him so far. And they cannot defend him. They must ask him to go. Tomorrow morning, United Workers' Party must ask Lennox Linton to leave with immediate effect, brothers and sisters. With immediate effect. Lennox Linton called all Dominicans greedy. He says only greedy people that go in for help from their government, brothers and sisters. He called laborites greedy. He called all ministers rapists, brothers and sisters. There are women in the cabinet, married, respectable women, women who have distinguished themselves in society and in Dominica. He called the cabinet rapists. That is the kind of man we have leading the opposition today, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. So, brothers and sisters, can you tell me if we can send Lennox Linton to negotiate with the IMF? Brothers and sisters, what Lennox Linton did at the Arawak House of Culture is a mess, to say the least. He said he can remove VAT on building materials. If he do that, the next month, the whole country cool, brothers and sisters. He tell us he can raise more grants than Roosevelt Skerrit. But he didn't tell us where he going to go to raise those grants. Nobody know the man. Brothers and sisters, the man doesn't have one single friend in the international community. He wants to shut down the public assistance. He wants to close down the red clinic. Well, when he closed down the red clinic, he will put the blue mug in place. That is what he wants to put in place for us, brothers and sisters. He wants to shut down the Yes We Care program. He wants to discontinue the cost of living over 70 grand. He wants to discontinue the housing revolution. So, brothers and sisters, hold strong. Hold strong, brothers and sisters. The campaign is just warming up, and we are on the move and on the march to victory with the Dominica Labour Party. Labour! Labour! Thank you, brothers and sisters.